It is Wednesday AM. It's like Tuesday night. I just got back from practice, but I had to make this video for you guys today to go over the two trades that I took today. I've been going over what has been stopping me, in my opinion, from becoming a successful trader, and I've posted some other videos kind of regarding like psychology and stuff that I struggle with. And truly, it feels so good to just be patient, wait for a high quality setup, and once it provides itself, once the opportunity is there, you take it, and whatever happens happens. And it feels good because I have a life. I have a lot of other stuff to take care of. So win or lose, I take the trade, get it, whatever happens happens with it, and I keep going with my day because it is so draining to sit at the charts all day, and more often than less you're going to lose because you're forcing yourself to take trades and look for things. And this is so much better. And I'm getting to a point now where, like, if I don't see a high level setup, I will get off and just not take anything for the day. Like, that is also part of trading, just not taking any trades. So anyways, so coming into today, we obviously had bullish structure, so we were looking for an upside move. I'm not gonna lie, I woke up kind of late today, so I missed this entire move in the morning. This did look like a pretty good setup after we swept, I believe it was like the London low. I don't know if this is London, but we swept this level. I think we created an SMT with ES, and that was a good setup. However, I didn't catch any of this, so I just woke up. I saw the market had made this move, and I was just patient because after we came up here, price was kind of just slowly chopping upwards, and there wasn't much to do with this. So, anyways, I'm literally about to get off the charts, right? And as I'm closing up my stuff, I was also in another trade monitoring that, which I'll show you in a second. But out of nowhere, we have this massive sell off right in the afternoon in lunch hour. So we come into here, we inverse this 5 minute gap. Oh, okay. Sorry, not that gap. We inverse this 5 minute gap up here, and here, as I've marked out, we have my exact entry. So we had this inverse of this 5 minute, a break of structure on the 5 minute, a pullback into that gap, which I then entered. I was targeting the 15 minute gap down here. I don't know why it wants to put me all the way. Yep. So I was targeting the equilibrium of this 15 minute gap because price was bullish. So why would we be targeting such low levels of liquidity? Anyways, when you take minis, you just need a piece of the pie, man. Why? There's no need to be greedy. I promise you that. I'm really learning to just be happy with the little wins because I would not have the opportunity to make money, no matter how much it is, like the way I am in trading anywhere else. As simple as it is. So I'm really just appreciating the opportunity that I have to be able to trade, and that I have something that works for me, and this is very clean. This was A plus. So we took that. I banked almost 1,000 on the funded. I was a little annoyed because once I entered this trade, as you see on the 1 minute, we were chopping around quite a bit. And I was literally trying to manage my position. I was moving my stop. And I had put in another order because I was thinking if it's going to chop and pull back into this area, I was going to enter more. So I accidentally clicked off and I exited my con. So I took two cons here because my risk was really good. I was risking 300 because after I had missed this, I was like, I'm going to be one and done for the day. So I put my total risk that I would be willing to lose in a day, which was about $300. So I took two cons, and I took the first one off at this 15 minute low when we came down here, and then I left the remaining one running, and I accidentally got out of it. So I exited like right here as I was trying to manage my position, and I missed this whole move. But still, we banked. I mean, I made a band, so I cannot be mad at all. Um, and yeah, so that was NQ today. And then yesterday, I promised to myself that with this new year, I would be implementing more swing trading just because the technical analysis, it kind of applies to anything, and stocks in particular. What I like about them is that they're more reactive off of key areas, and that they'll have their own, maybe not, I feel like it's a little less manipulative because obviously NQ and ES are like accumulation of the entire market, whereas these stocks have their own narratives or whatever is going on with them. So at first, I entered AMD because I had noticed that we had tapped into this essential 113 area, which, if you look at previous days, this was a big area which price came into. So I was expecting price to have some sort of rejection. If we came down here, tapped this, and created an inefficiency and inversed it, so I would have just taken it up to a relative high. And that's exactly what I did. So come Monday morning, I saw that we came down here. We had a massive move with AI just shitting the bed. And we came down here, created a 1 minute, inversed it, and I entered it. And literally, I I mean, I'm starting to experiment with swings, so I didn't put a lot on the table. I bought a probably $120 contract, and I was just risking below here. So it would have been a maybe 10%. So I was risking about $10. And at first, I was targeting this equilibrium of this down candle from the Sunday open, the new week opening gap. And then I had seen after holding throughout the day that, all right, this position was up 20% relatively come close. And I saw that AMD had earnings the next day. And just considering everything going on with I felt it was a good opportunity to potentially see some sort of movement with earnings and specifically with AI and how oversold AMD was in particular. I mean, obviously, Nvidia is a much more dominant company, but like in the last couple months, we had a major sell off. I mean, this is a clear downtrend, so I would never try to fight this too much. But just given that we had earnings and I had looked back at the previous earnings day, I saw that price moved very nicely with earnings. So you could call this a bit of a gamble, but I would say my risk was very minimal. So it wasn't something I was uncomfortable with, and it was to an extent calculated because we had also come down here. We swept these lows, this area, these kind of this hourly range, but we didn't put in a new low. So that was a rather bullish sign in my opinion. And then come today, we had a massive pump in AMD because of the whole speculation with AI and everything going on. We had a massive upside move, and I managed to catch almost 120% on the trade, which I'll pop up on the screen right now. I was then left come the end of the day. It was probably like the last 30 minutes of the day. And I saw price just kept climbing. And it was like almost a euphoric feeling. I mean, I'm seeing my contract gain a lot of value. And this is definitely old me would have been like, you know what, earnings are coming out, AI, it's probably going to go higher, right? Because I would be so money hungry. But I had to just stop for a second and be like, why risk more when I've already made such a good amount on one contract? It's like, why throw that away? Not to mention that I just don't have a great account size to be risking my earnings, you know? Just take that money. And yes, there's always potential for to be make more and more and more. But why not be happy with that money that I made? And that's exactly what I did. I sold, and no matter if AMD would go crazy the next day or it would shit the bed, I wouldn't have to worry about it either. And I would be happy with the money I made. And that's it. You make your money, you get out of there, and on to the next one. As simple as that. So really just stacking those small wins, and that's going to get me where I want. Because the biggest problem with me is I was looking for such big moves, which is one very unrealistic because we all know how manipulative price is. It will give you the opportunity. You can catch 20-30% on a contract, and then it'll go right back to your entry and stop you out, or Theta will chop you out. So, yeah, man, stop being greedy. Those little wins are gonna really give you what you want, and I'm sticking true to that. I took 2 trades for the day, and I felt great. It was really one trade, and then we had this swing trade that I was continuing on, but it's yeah, it feels good to just stick to my rules and take a high quality setup. And I'm definitely gonna start doing more stuff with swings when I do my recaps or like Sunday market watches. I might start incorporating some stocks that I'm looking at as well because I am really liking stocks. I mean, coming into 2025, I want to diversify a little more what I'm trading. I don't want to overcomplicate it, but the same strategy that I utilize for futures, it can be used as well for stocks along with like supply and demand zones. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps up my trade recap for today. It was a great day. I'm going to keep the same vibes and rules and keep it going, man. I feel great. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.